trek was like really beautiful. The whole itinerary was quite well thought, and the stays were nice. Having something above 5,000 meter was on my list for some time, and I was looking for many of those peaks. So after climbing some of those 6,000 meters, I chose Kang Yatse II with TTH. Looking at the website, it was pretty easy to find out. The difficulty level was moderate, not very difficult. So I thought to give an attempt over there.
Because I was looking for 6,000 plus. It is semi-technical, so I chose this one.
Looking for a peak which was more than 6,000 meters and which was not much in technical nature, but a semi-technical peak.
How I choose the peak? Well, I choose it by chance actually. I didn't know too much about the Himalayas in India, so I decided to try something new and to surprise myself and to challenge myself in high elevation peaks, because I'm trying to reach my optimum level in mountaineering. So I started to prepare something like 3 months ago with long trekkings, about between 20-50 kilometers long trekkings daily. But unfortunately I didn't have the chance to gather elevation this year, which I don't advise anyone to start with peak like Kang Yatse if he is not doing at least one peak above 5,000 before.
So I started preparing for Kang Yatse after booking around 3 months back. So TTH team actually recommended few things. Running around 4-5 kilometers.
Cardio makes quite a bit of difference, at least for me. So I felt that I was not really struggling that much as compared to some of my previous treks, because I put a lot of emphasis on the cardio. I think I started to puff and huff a little bit when we went to the last stretch from 6,100 to the summit. I would say that last half an hour is when I started to lose a little bit of breathing.
You will all be put on a rope and crampons, and we move as a team. That time is very, very important that you understand the pace of the team rather than as your individual pace, and adjust accordingly. We all understood how the team would move and adjusted to it. At times it gets difficult, but to move it as a team and adjust to what the team needs is the most crucial part.
Me being quite well versed with rope and crampons really helped me a lot. There were portions where I would say it was a typical snow steps and you're using crampons to go up on those steps, or you have to do the edging and kind of walk on the firm snow. The snow was quite firm, especially in the night. Even in the morning, when it's somewhere from 5 to 7, the snow was quite good. Luckily, with the help of TTH team, and like the team was like really great that way to guide us, we did the summit early in the morning at 7:30. So while coming down, it was not a problem, but I can guess that if it gets late, the snow can become soft, and the path was quite steep, quite slopey. So returning down, because we are exhausted, it could be a little bit of problem, and we have to be really cautious over there while returning and not pushing ourselves so that we come safely, because it can be a little bit challenging while coming down if we are not taking care of ourselves.
So the overall trek was really beautiful. The continuous valley from one point to another was complete with ruggedness as well as lush green outfield. The homestays were really welcoming, and on this, according to me, the summit was really I was feeling really strong up until the point where I was putting the crampons. And from my point of view, you need to have the fitness as well as the technique.
The early part was mixed terrain with a little bit of snow and with boulders. The weather was like really nice. It was open. It was full of stars, so the sky was completely open up. I personally liked one of the moments when the moon started to rise. I don't remember seeing the moon rise so beautiful. It was quite orangish with a silver, like with a very small lining. It was like very beautiful sight. I have never seen that. Later on in the terrain, there was a point when the snow started to build up, and that's where we put the crampons on the rope, and then we started to walk as a team. Later on, early in the morning, in the sunrise happened. That was again another beautiful sight or a moment for me. And then we continued the whole summit path, and finally we reached summit at 7:30.
I started to have heavy headache. Knowing that my group is well prepared to do it, I decided to drop off and to come back to the base camp because I didn't want to stop their ascent. So, from this point of view, I would advise you to prepare more in gathering in higher elevation and to do maybe trekking also, because it's developing your skills to wear a heavy backpack.
The trek is very beautiful. The main day on the summit, we got a good 1 day rest here on the base camp, and as it's a semi-technical trek, we prepared a bit about it. Then we started around 10 p.m. in the night, 10:30 p.m. in the night. It is cold here. It took us good 8 to 9 hours. We reached the summit by 7:30. It's a good terrain. Continuous ascent is there. One has to have a good stamina to climb it. Of course, when you move as a team, it becomes a lot more easier. And thanks to TTH team, to bring in their expertise and experience to make us all reach the summit.